Hello, welcome to a game. I already did all this welcoming thing. I'll explain in a second. We are playing against orcs. We're just in turn one, so you haven't really missed anything. We're playing down quite a bit of team value, so these guys are heavily skilled up and gonna be attempting to bash us into submission. I assume he'll be surrounding this guy to make him safe. Okay, no injury yet. Okay, this guy plays fast. He's got a good record. He's played, what, like 20 games or something? So, look at this round. It's funny. Yeah, he's played like 20 games, I think. So obviously his team is a lot more, what would you say, experienced than ours, because we're still on 5. Let's see if I can get back in here. What happened though, whilst why we're cutting in turn 1? Boy, do I even want to get involved with these guys? I mean, I guess on some level we have to. Hey, failed to pick up the ball. If only we had somebody fast, but we don't. We could theoretically send this guy to pressure. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea, because he's going to have to either blitz this guy or get somebody back there. I think pressuring just in case something exciting happens. Oh, if we could have wizarded him there. Oh, that could have been interesting. This is, I mean, probably still too far away, but we could have wizarded and then got up to here and then tried to tie everybody up. Which actually, now I'm looking at it, might have been quite nice, but here we are. Let me take my go and then I'll explain what's going on. I think I want this guy over here. We'll save our guard for over here. Now if I come in from this angle, I can push somebody away and get something of a foul here. How many assists can we get? We push this guy up here. Maybe a couple? Trying to work out if that's still what we want to do. I think we might actually want to hit here. Because this guy is like their worst guy. I don't think it's worth fouling him yet. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked anyway. Okay, let's see how he approaches this. Okay, so here's what happened. I guess we could have wizarded at the end of the turn as well. Could have moved this guy up to here. Wizarded him. But if we don't... The problem with wizarding in this situation is it's a bit of a gamble. You need to armor break, right? Which, arm value 8 we could do. Yeah, maybe I should have put this guy on this guy. In retrospect, we do have wrestle after all. But yeah, if it doesn't work, he just picks up the ball, right? And like wizard, like 150k investment down the drain. So if you watched any of our other games, you'll know that we have a bit of an issue with the computer overheating. And what happened? What I've done to stop that until I come up with a more permanent solution is blow a house fan into the computer from the side. I think it's going to go with this guy in the end. And he's going with that guy because he doesn't want this guy to be in the middle of our team, I guess. But yeah, so that's been our solution, and for some reason it's been working. I guess we have an overheating problem. But what I forgot to do today was start the fan running before we turned on. So I did my whole intro, said hello, started the game, totally forgot about it, and then the computer shut down right as we were about to start the game, which tells you how fast it's happening now when we don't run the fan. So it's definitely a problem. It hasn't gone away, which I didn't think it would, but yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, I had to restart, and that's a pity. He almost failed it again. That would have been sweet, because then we could have done some stuff. Honestly, I think this guy's a good player. He's got a good record, and everything I've seen so far has been pretty solid. I mean, that's just unlucky for us, though. Now we've lost a major strength in our game. I think this... I don't want to be too doom-filled, but this is a rough matchup for us early on. He outbashes us hard, and Nurgle don't have anything except bash, so... And, you know, that was just as likely to injure that guy, who would be really useful to injure as the beast was to injure, and we didn't, so... Sad times. I guess we just keep working on this, but... That is certainly a rough start. I'm gonna leave the rotter down because he's just gonna get hurt by this guy. So yeah, so I feel like this isn't a team we want to come up against. Like, playing early orcs is okay, but they've established in a way that we need to establish and we haven't yet. So they're kind of where we want to be, except we'd have claw as well, obviously. And we don't really have a lot of tools to take them down. One of our tools to get through the armor is now out already. Unfortunately, this is just going to keep happening until our team is dead. You only need one guy with this skill, and it's incredibly effective. That's cool. Nice, nice. A reroll? Why? If he injures him now, I'm gonna be suspicious that some of these other guys, like, have some secret code here, because we've had some rerolls in some games recently, and it's like, why would you reroll that? But they managed to get, like, an important injury and changes the course of the game. I hope he has a dub skull now, because honestly, if he does, we're in range of the ball. And we would 100% go blitz this guy. And then see what happens. Honestly, we might not be able to do a whole lot with it, but... Yeah, this is just going to be one of those games. We really need to come up against more lightly armored teams at this stage in our development. Coming up against higher or a similar bash at least, so that it's a fair trade. At this stage, we're just sort of fodder for these kind of teams. We got no teeth. Hooray! So I really need to get this guy back. Sure, we can try this. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured would happen. Knocking him over would have been sweet, but obviously quite unlikely. Maybe we just have to take some chances now. That's not a good chance, is it? Screw it. Why not? Instant fail. Yeah, we'll bribe. I mean, we can continue to foul him anyway. We got spare players and we're only down 1 right now. The reason I did that was because we're not going to get many opportunities at him because he's playing quite carefully. And, you know, on the off chance that it works, we have to get a 10 plus, so not out of the realms of possibility. We have to get that to injure them in general, so I don't mind taking that. Even though it's unlikely, because they're going to protect him, but if we get him off, suddenly... Sure, he's got other mighty blow, but this guy is what's going to just decimate our team. I know this because I've seen it 100 times. I mean, literally, I've seen it 100 times. Both for myself and for the other team. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, it's a useful thing to have, and I've had it on my teams before as well. Yeah, I'm not tool spray. See, this is the thing about him having rerolls, is he can because orcs are pretty reliable, he can just sort of greed them on piling on. I almost played orcs, you know. They're one of the better teams in the game, I think. They don't take a lot of thought either, which is quite nice. They're relatively forgiving for a bash team because your blitzers are so fast. You have a lot of strength throughout the team. Well, he's having trouble blocking my warriors down, which is nice. It's keeping them busy. Alright, so what do we do here? I guess we start with this. This is certainly a better opportunity to attempt to foul. I was kind of hoping there was a better way in here. I don't necessarily need that. If I came in from this direction, blitz up to here... blitz this guy to there. Or I even blitz this guy to here. Which is pretty cool. I guess you get up. We'll give this a go, for what it's worth. I mean, that's over 50% now. Come on, little guy. A stun. And another sending off. Oh, it reset my camera. That's interesting. I wonder why it did that. That doesn't make any sense. Let's get that back in. Oops. Properties. There we go. It's a bit intense. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, this is obviously not going the best. We're already down to our subs. And for it, we've got a stun, which could have been a major injury. It's worth remembering. How many rerolls have we used? We haven't used any rerolls. We still have the wizard as well. I should not forget about that. I think what we try and do here, I'm formulating a plan. It's going to depend on if he gets people over towards us. Which I think he might do, actually. Oh, he took that. Okay, okay. So yeah, we can't pressure him this turn, but we can pressure him next turn, I think. Maybe wizard him, because if we can just stop him scoring, honestly, I'll take that. That works just fine. And now we're tying these guys up at least somewhat. I think this is the guy to hit. Maybe I should have moved guys down first. Ready for the double both downs? Okay, that's fine. I guess we could do this. And then we'll do this. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Excellent. Oh, he's got... Never mind. Not as excellent as I thought. Good job, little fella. Yeah. Not the best. Could one dice that, but I don't see any value in it for me. It's much better value to stay where we are. He kept his 2 rerolls, so I think he's trying to stall this out. But we have like a 4-on-4 here, and our guys are just as fast as his guys. So he's got to be a little bit careful. He may, yeah, I don't know what he's going to do here to... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do, honestly. Because he's pretty much working with, at most, I think he can get this guy in if he dodges. I wonder if he's going to try and surf this guy. Well, not anymore, he's not. Doesn't need to. Oh, that guy's agility. That's right, that guy's got agility. Now, do we fireball? We got 3 of them. Yeah, we'll wrestle. I shouldn't have wrestled there. Well, he's not moving, this guy. I'm okay with it. Although, no, we shouldn't have wrestled there. I was paying attention to other things. I think that really benefits him, honestly. Oh well. Oh, if he one dices this, it's not the best. He might move this guy down so that the wizard isn't as effective. Oh, that's bold. I mean, that's a lot bolder than I would have been. So Fireball, we have 3 guys that we can... If we knock one of them down, we're good. Okay. My continuing disdain for Fireball continues. This team is really struggling to do anything meaningful. I mean, what a disaster, eh? I mean, we rolled 3 3s, so had we have, done, what do you call it? Lightning Bolt, we would have got him down. Sure. Ay, ay, ay. But, you know, obviously you kind of expect one person to get hit by Fireball. I know you can have disasters like that, but you can have, you know, the danger of doing the Lightning Bolt is that you roll a 1 on that 1 dice. We at least spread it across 3 dice. I don't know. At this stage, I don't know anymore what the best play is, because I feel like whatever I do, the wizard doesn't work. And that's not... You know, I know that's not the case, like, theoretically, but it just seems to pan out that way. I mean, he might just do a 2-dicer here. He's used his reroll, so... The problem at this stage is I don't know. I guess we just keep playing, I just keep playing on with the thing of maybe we can play for a draw here. I really was trying to leverage the wizard because I know we're in trouble in general. But it ain't happening. Oh no. And then I forgot that that was a blitz. It's all good. He's got plenty of spare players to do what he wants here. So to sum up our to sum up why the general consensus is that sometimes the things you get from what would you call it? I knew that was a regen because there was no animation on the block there. Inducements, that's the word I'm looking for. To sum up why the inducements don't you know, are kind of considered as not necessarily compensating for the difference in team value. The reason is because you can spend 250k and roll a 1 on your bribe the very first time you do a foul, and then your fireball doesn't hit anything, and that's it gone, right? And then you're back to being exactly where you were. Now, obviously, you're gambling on those things working. It's why I often get players over the one-shot things, because at least the player has, like, you know, the player could get injured instantly, but obviously that's, you know, that's not the likeliest of scenarios compared to... Plus, it pads out an extra place in your team, which I like, because even if he does, he's taking an injury that maybe a normal person on your team would have taken, and then you get your normal person back, so it kind of pays for itself either way. Whereas these things don't. Like, the fireball and the bribe didn't pay for themselves in any way at all. And that's where I struggle with them. Now, obviously I took them, and you could say, well, why did you take them? It's a fair question. But the answer is... So I'm just making sure we're all set here. I guess we'll leave somebody back to try and catch the pass that we may or may not get to make. Just in case, I'm gonna get this guy out here. You know, you never know when you're gonna get a, whatever you call it. A riot. It could happen. Okay, it's just a stun. This is fine. I think last time he suffered a... Something happened to him recently and he suffered a similar fate. Okay, so you're getting blitzed. There's no point in fouling because we're just going to foul in an equal player. I shouldn't have put him there. I guess I'm not really playing the most optimal, but I think that's partially because I'm not a... if I'm going to make excuses, which I guess I am, it's because I'm not really a bash player, so... These, like, grindy things, I don't do the best with. Alright, at least if we could get some SPP on Rich T, we could feel like, you know what? We got something out of the half. Okay, pass is successful. Catch that one. Oh, good job. I mean, fouling could theoretically come into play for later in the second half, but we're also on 11 players, so... It's asking a lot, and we still got to score before that would even take effect, right? Because we'd need to continue to injure him to make it worthwhile, so we're better off having a guaranteed 11. If you're wondering why I'm not fouling. His troll's been pretty solid. I think he may have injured our beast, who's going to miss next game. I mean, we're less team value. I guess that's positive in its own way. And I think he really stupided once, but that's it. We did get a few failed blocks from his Black Orcs. And honestly, we had a chance down here. If we had just got one of these guys out, 2 would have been sweet. If we just got one of them, that would have been excellent. Where's our other block warrior? Why can I never see these guys? Two. Okay, we've only got the two, that's right. He's gonna make it tricky to blitz one of his guys. I guess we'll, if we knock the whole front line down, we'd be looking at this guy. If not, we'll be looking at one of the guys on the front. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Haven't played my best Nurgle yet. I want to run a warrior back there. But I feel like, as it's close to the edge, we should probably run a beast back, because if we catch that, that's a lot better than it spilling over here. It spilled over there anyway. Classic. Okay, so I think rather than try and put everybody over here, we're going to just try and make it hard to get through this area. So we now need to fill in that hole. I need an extra guy on the edge, right? Yes, I do. Yeah, we'll make it this guy. Stay. Could try and mighty blow the troll. I know it means we get one less block, but at least if we roll double both downs, we'll feel a bit better. I guess we will bring this guy over. And we'll bring this guy up here just to make it a little bit further around. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, because then I can also potentially reposition the Chaos Warrior. Well, it's just a push. Nice. Now, at this point, it would arguably be worth fouling. And the reason I say that... Hey Rick, how's it going? Yeah, Orcs is not what I wanted to face here. Well, I wouldn't mind facing, like, lower Orcs, necessarily, because they're not too dissimilar to us. But these guys are leveled nicely. And he knows what he's doing as well, so it's proving tricky. He did give us a chance when he had his blitzers down here, so we fireballed 2 blitzers and the thrower, and we had all of our pesticles surrounding it. But we of course rolled 3s on all of them, so it just disintegrated. And we also used our bribe on our very first foul, so our 250k of resources that we got to even up the match just instantly gone. Which is pretty classic. I was kind of saying earlier, it's why I usually, when I can, buy extra people in. But unfortunately, the Nurgle star players are really expensive, like almost all of them. The only one that's not like crazy expensive is the one that's just instantly dies because he's got like no armor or block or anything. So I decided to take the risk on the wizard. Okay, that's pretty aggro. Let's see, what have we got? We probably don't have a lot. He's probably positioned this purposefully so that we don't have much. Yeah. He's just going to try and grind us down. what we need to do is somehow magically injure him. I don't feel like making a run for it yet. So we'll just, I guess, play the grindy game here for a minute. But we don't have a lot of resources to do that with. I guess we'll just position over on the left. You know what? I wasn't thinking about the fact that this guy could be in serious trouble. Oh, all the guard is gonna hurt. I don't think we really have anything here. Yeah, because he's there. Does this guy have guard? No, he doesn't. Could go for that. Of course, if that fails, it's pretty catastrophic. Okay. I mean, I knew what I was getting myself in for there. One dice. What have we got there? One dice? Oh, stand firm. I don't think anything else is going to be a one dice on this guy. Maybe this? There we go. We're just going to have to take chances now. This is tough. Oh, there's a guard over there. Now, this guy is now free. This is the kind of thing we're going to have to do, and we're going to eat our rerolls very fast doing this. It kind of needs to have the result of actually doing something to him to make this worthwhile. And we're against orcs, so... Oh, that's maybe our first armor break. I think he's gonna... I got a feeling he's gonna Apo that. Yep. Predictable. I guess we just keep this going, although guard here would be useful, so I probably shouldn't have done that. We're kind of at a point where we just need to push our luck, ultimately, because he's just going to reattach every turn and make us burn rerolls. Most likely. Are you getting ready to stream, Rick, or are you just hanging out for today? I know you said you might stream this weekend. Okay, reroll used. Oh, another double both down would have been excellent. We'd have been away. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. It's interesting that he took that first of everything. I think that's one of the first mistakes I've seen him made. Made? Make. I feel like there's probably other things he could have done first. Going after our Mighty Blow. Like our Mighty Blow is going to do anything. Just one off stream with Gobbos versus Nurgle. Okay, nice. I can see that. I can see Gobbos just being a pain. It's weird. Streaming later. Also discovered a new game called War Tales. What kind of game? I haven't heard of that. Well, that's quite a bad turn there, isn't it, for us? That is our Mighty Blow and a Chaos Warrior out. Which puts us at quite the number disadvantage. And we're kind of embroiled with his team, so I'm feeling like I might start getting a little desperate here. That's what I think might be happening. One, two, three, four, five, six, boom. I do not like this at all, for the record. Maybe we just go here. This is obviously not advisable tactics by any stand, especially when we fall over here. Called it. And then we fail to knock him over. It's so classic. I can tell what's going to happen before it happens, and, you know, when you're in a better position, stuff like that can win you the game, because you just get a feeling for when something's going to go wrong or right. May sound ridiculous to say that, but, that's 2 dice against. There's not any real good reason I can see not to do this. Okay, I guess there is a good reason not to do that. So yeah, I think we're probably going to lose the ball here, but we were going to lose it when we were there. I guess we could have just sat back, but like with 2 guys going off, the writing on the wall for this half is feeling pretty solidly on there. So it's going for desperation plays. Obviously this guy has agility 4, so he can get up there. He should be able to get a 2 dice here pretty successfully, I think. Or he can, well, I think to get it, somebody would potentially have to dodge, because this guy doesn't have guard. Or he's got it, he can probably commit enough guys that he can knock this guy and this guy over and then come in with somebody, if he so wishes. But it's this kind of stuff that we're going to have to take to continue the team early on. I kind of wish that we got something more for it though. The problem with playing orcs is that you don't get anything for it because they are nasty. You know, they beat you down a lot, but they don't really take any casualties in return, so you don't get any SBP out of the game, which is unfortunate. So it's kind of like a wasted, like at least if you lose to elves, you at least feel like, I'll probably injure a few of them, so I'll get something out of it. But against orcs, you're not getting anything out of the game. Oh, I could have done with a foul appearance there. So I guess he's maybe settling for the 1 dice or the double GFI. Oh no, this guy is still free. Okay. Well, that's much better. Boy. Maybe I should just play dwarfs. With dwarfs, at least you don't die. They're not, like, as fun as some of the other races, but they don't die. I mean, I guess they will later on. We should have just, you know what we should have done? We should have just gone claw on everybody. We should have just done what everybody else does and got Mighty Blow and Claw. Block is more sensible in theory, but if you're only going to come up against bash teams, or if you're mostly going to come up against bash teams, there's an argument that Claw is just, you know, potentially better. I don't even know what to do now. Let's do this. Sorted. I mean, there's not even any point in this because we can't outrun him. Might surface here. No, he wants to get the ball. Okay, we'll do this too, just in case he wastes a bad block on him. We just got to rely on some horrible dice now. Which isn't really how you want to win, or you know, get a result, even if you do get a result, but I mean, you take it, right? I dare say he'll jump on us here. Oh, he didn't. Okay, that's very restrained of him. I guess he needed the assist, that's fair. Then his agility guy comes in to pick up the ball. Probably going to save that till he's hit us though. Even the warriors are going down. This armor. Early access, RPG, medieval. Forming a camp, finding supplies, trading and battling. So is it sort of one of the sort of survival-y games that is being pretty popular right now? Is it RPG? So you say battling. Is that kind of done in a sort of a turn-based-y sort of way, or? Boy, our sideline is looking pretty bad for a bash team. What's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys out. It's really devolved. I mean, obviously it started off pretty poorly on that front when the beast went out. I guess this is a game we would just try and move on, pretend it never happened. Which, effectively, with what we'll get out of it, will actually be the case. Okay, interesting. Well, maybe I'll check you out playing it, because if it looks fun, you know, be interesting to see a different game. I mostly, gaming-wise, I mostly watch a bit of Blood Bowl, not as much as I used to now that I play more. Now that, you know, now that I'm able to play more regularly. Bit of Blood Bowl, Age of Empires, and Total War, Warhammer. You know what? There's no point in fouling him. I'm not getting anything out of that. Let's just run away. Try and get this guy over as well. I know it seems a bit... sorry for anybody that's watching, hoping for a bit more of an exciting second half, but we're really not in a good situation here. There's I feel like this is one where it's better to just get out at the end of the game. No online or co-op yet, but it's coming in future update. Early access, still about 12 months away from full game. Okay. Yeah, I've been playing the early access, although is it really early access anymore? Baldur's Gate 3, and planning to get back onto that now that the computer seems to work with the fan going like this. It's been early access for like, I don't know, feels like 2 years or whatever now, so... Oh, why didn't he pass there? Come on, little guy. Nice. Give him a kick. Yeah, that sounds interesting though. I'll try and catch you when you're playing that, just to get an idea, see if it's something I want to play. It'll probably depend on the style. I don't know what you're expecting to happen next turn, but it's not going to happen. Oh, I should have moved this guy into the corner. Okay, that's solid though. What's he gonna get now? He's pretty much complete. Probably just get guard. Alright, we got that out of the way. I'm sure if you're watching on YouTube, let me know what I did wrong. If you feel like I did some stuff wrong. Personally, oh boy, this guy is really just hogging all of the SVP. Personally, I feel like things went wrong with the stuff that we got. That we got a bit unlucky with that and got kind of on the wrong end of the armor breaks, like 16 to 2. Now, obviously, he, in the end, outblocked us, but not by, like, a ton. It's not like a, sort of like a 2 to 1 situation like you might have with elves or something. And, you know, obviously there was some Mighty Blow, but we had a little Mighty Blow here and there. It's against armor value 9 versus our armor value of 8, so you'd expect him to get more armor breaks, but, I mean, look, 4 KO, 4 injuries. He got a lot of mileage out of it, and we got a 1 KO that he turned into a stun, I believe. So that's how I feel like it went. I felt like it was just a lost cause that we couldn't pull back. Now, normally I try and find what I did wrong. So let me know if I did a bunch wrong. It's good to constantly be working on yourself. So what are we now? 2 and 4. It's looking worse and worse. We just had a bit of a torrid run with these guys. What was that against? That was against that... Oh yeah, that's Skaven team. We've had a few games. It's been weird. The games that we've lost with this team, I felt like there was not a whole lot that I could do to avoid it. It was just like... And this is partially a bit of a Nurgle thing, right? It's just been kind of like, what's happened, we don't have the ability to recover from. And the games that we won, both of them were concedes. The opponent conceding pretty early. It doesn't tell you what turn, but you can kind of see from the stats that one was ridiculously early. And then I think the other one was... yeah, really early as well. So we didn't even get to play. So it just... what it does is it kind of puts in your mind that all you're doing is losing with a team, because you don't get to enjoy what the flip side of what the other person is enjoying when you're losing. Like on that game, he probably was feeling terrific. Everything was working. He was smashing through our armor. All of our wizard and whatnot failed. He probably felt great there, but you know, we sort of suffered on that one, so he could have a good time. But with the concedes, we were somewhat robbed of being on the other side of that, so it really just feels like we've had 4 losses, which is, even though those concedes would have turned into nice wins because of the way the games were going, we don't get quite the same feel of having that, right? If that makes sense. So it'd be nice to have some games where we finish a game and we're a bit more on the other side of it. I don't even mind if it's close games that we win, like, you know, 1-0 or 2-1, but things feel like they go more away. But in theory, those games will come. We can but hope. I feel like that wasn't the longest game. No, it wasn't. Alright, thanks for watching, YouTube. I might play another one, we'll see. But I will catch you next time. Bye for now.